Today I am checking out a really special Trackmania map, Mania built by Trash. The mapper said he made this as a tribute to me because he started playing Trackmania after watching my videos, and so he wanted to make a map for me to play. Of course I'm going to check it out, I'm probably going to try to go for the world record, and he said there's a couple of Easter eggs as well. So, let's check it out. Alright, if you guys want to play the map too, it's ID number 227905. Let's check this out. We start out soaring over the desert. Of course, I'm hoping for a monument to appear. There it is, the pyramids, and we've got Mania on the wall. Alright, so a couple of things to unpack here. We first have a welcome sign. This is a special map I made for a guy who got me into the game. A random idea of making a map for him was a reason I opened up in the editor. Fell in love with map making, and that's what kickstarted this campaign. Maybe we should play the entire campaign because it does have a lot of good maps. And we start with having to pick a chest opening. Well, there are 4 of them, but I can already see that it has to be this one, since it's the chest opening I invented, the W. Let's start the green timer and drive this map. If it's not the W opening, this would be the worst tribute map of all time. But it is. We get to the road and look at those pyramids. Oh my. This mapper has found the way to my heart. He even named the map Mania, which, if you guys don't know, it was my first username that I ever made when I had downloaded Trackmania. So that is a cool little fun fact for you. I do notice, and I can't help but notice, that the pyramids have the golden top, which, to be fair, is a mistake a lot of people make. Even Assassin's Creed made that mistake. But there is no basis for it in archaeology or Old Kingdom pyramids. We have wet wood. Okay, how am I supposed to get the world record on wet wood? This is like my worst style. The dirt I can probably do, and I think I could do this too with a respawn. But I overall love the aesthetic, and it's also really cool, like, that he put in the effort to make the map for me. I'm even seeing the stepped pyramid of Djoser over there. So he knows his pyramids. There's a monument that looks like some Ramesses II. And we have the aliens. Am I seeing this right? So we got the city of Cairo with like obelisks and stuff. We've got the stepped pyramid and the aliens, of course, who built it all. That's funny. Funny. What happens if you go for a different opening, like this one? Nothing. Okay. So, you're forced to play the W. Now, typically no one should be forced to play the W because you should just want to play the W opening, like any sane person would over the chessboard. I think I'll have to do a no respawn run just to figure out like where I'm losing time, so respawning segments over and over to find the best line. I mean, clearly, like, you can't go outside here. And also this drift I can carry much more speed, but then I get thrown high. Yeah, some questions right now. Some questions. Okay, I think I've figured out the start. I can't be losing much more than a few tenths at this point. There, so out of the 3 seconds I was behind, it's not there. I thought inside line here would be better because, well, the booster speeds you up quite a lot, and you want to land early anyway after the booster. Now you have a lot of speed, and then this part, the wet wood. Something like that, maybe. And then up and low, perhaps a bit far. And what do we get? Alright, a 102, a 102. Oh, Spam has played this map also, I didn't know. 2 seconds to go exactly. Oh my. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while, but that's alright. That gives us a chance to talk about the pyramids. Guys, you might be wondering what's the evidence for the pyramids not having golden tops. And the main evidence is actually just that the pyramids used to be completely white with the limestone on the outside. There are some outer casing stones that still remain at the top of Khafre's pyramid and at the Bent pyramid, but those casing stones look very brownish in color, but that is because they've been exposed to the sun and wind and sand for 4,000 years, so they are completely miscolored. But sometimes pieces of those stones flake off, and you can see what they would have looked like initially, and it's crazy. It just looks like they would have been painted by someone who was there, but their actual color is completely white, like you can see in-game here. But maybe even more so because they would also reflect the sunlight. So they would have looked completely dazzling to people who saw them when they first were built. And if you consider that, that might be where this lore of the pyramids looking golden comes from. And also that the vanishing point of the pyramids when you looked at them from the ground, which is where they were supposed to be seen from, you would not be able to see the gold at the top. And there's no surviving evidence of golden capstones. There is very few surviving capstones because just by the nature of it, it's the easiest stone to take away, and it's likely the smallest stone also on the pyramid. So they've all disappeared, except for on some smaller satellite pyramids. And from the ones we know from the Old Kingdom, they are not golden. I am hoping to make a trip to Egypt this year to see the pyramids for myself. So if I get the chance to do that, that would be incredible. But still maybe born 4,000 years too late to see them at their peak. But enough yapping. Let's do some speeding instead. I actually, if I had to guess where like massive gains can come from, it would be a 5th gear onto the wet wood. I don't know yet how to achieve that, but if we are to beat the world record, I think that's something I need to find. So, gonna focus on that now. I mean, this is quite close to the maximum speed you can keep, right? And it does say 5th there for a moment, right? Oh, but I can't hold on to it with that line. So it's something here. Yeah, and I want to stay on the wood because the plastic on the sides is slow. Oh, that's pretty good. Just full inside towards the sign. Yeah, like, shallow steering is bad on this. You want to steer quite sideways. And a release to avoid 5th gear, okay. It's definitely got to do with gears, that water part. I think either you push for 5th gear or you release to stay under it. Like, you don't drive at a very high 4th gear because the wood messes with that. Ooh. Yeah, this is a terrible start, but I suppose I'll continue. PB is very likely. Perfect water bounce. Oh my. Yeah, very shaky on the water. It's okay. Low jump. Ah, it's a bit high still, but... Inside line, and do I hit the outside? I missed it. Might get sniped here. It's another PB. 1:02:31. But this had a bad start. The middle was okay, I guess. And the ending can be improved. No, the full outside speed is really good. Okay. Such a bad drift. Like, let's see, this is a 22.1. I think we're gonna want sub 22 most runs and probably 21.8 for like a perfect start. Oh, that's so good. Damn it. That airtime. Oh, and I over-released. Okay. If we were to fix this, where are we at? Because now I felt I had pretty good pace except for the start. Alright, so we stitch it together, and we get 1016. 0.8 beyond that. But if the Egyptians could build the pyramids, I can overcome this challenge, you know? Now, of course, at some point we could watch the world records see where we're losing time, but I like solving these without doing so. But I am quite impressed right now by the pace. I don't know exactly how to gain it. Yes, here, I mean, we want to hit like 300 exit speed, I think. Wait. Very sharp at the start was like insanely good there. So what if I do that and I straighten towards the inside line? Can you no slide? Wait. Can you no slide? Action key 1, please save me here. I think I've found it. So you do a very sharp one. And then no slide, and it's like 340 speed. Like really sharp, no slide. And okay, you still need a really good angle to make it. But how much is this gonna gain? Oh, come on, I wanna see it. How much is this gonna gain? Yeah, 0.8 in one segment, okay. Guys, I have a feeling that we found it. I mean, with that discovery, guys, we're just gonna continue every run. It does not matter whatsoever if I'm 0.2 behind here. This will be a massive PB. Of course, it will matter, probably. After that, I guess the world records still are pretty clean with this line, but goal number 1 now is just to get a PB with the trick, so let's see if this could be the one. Set up. And yeah, like I almost had it, but I need to go way more inside line towards the building. Good. Oh, I survived, wow. Okay. I made it, 1.1 I had. No. Oh man. That does not look good. Had to slow down a lot to catch the outside. It's gonna be 3rd on the leaderboard, yeah. Half a second to go. That was a crazy middle part though. The fact that I survived this turn is mental, no? Like, really close on the apex and really close here. This should be very doable, guys. Oh boy, 1 hour played. Still not quite there. This has been hunted. And Dionysus is a good player. His name reminds me of Diodorus Siculus, who was one of the earliest explorers of the pyramids that wrote down his account. Like, you know, people went there for thousands of years, but the earliest surviving accounts are from like the Greeks, from Socrates and Diodorus Siculus and Pliny the Elder. A lot of them are fascinating, like you imagine what they saw at their time and stuff. Did I say Socrates? I meant Herodotus. No, yeah, I meant Herodotus. If I said Socrates, that's wrong. It is dawning on me that I might be missing more than just this wood line which I found. And that is a scary realization. If there is more to this. Beautiful. Nah. Okay, it might still be fine, but I did lose 5th. And I also had to release here, but it's a PV. While crashing the ending. 1:00150. I mean, closer, still 0.3. And I think that's in the wood now, actually. But a nice run. What's craziest with all the unbeaten auto times we've done lately? It's quite refreshing to just go for world records, and it feels like, although this is hard, it's like not as difficult as, and not as brain rot as some of the other maps we played in unbeaten ATs. So it's like, This is actually quite enjoyable still, although it requires a lot of precision. It's not reactor turtle upside down, it's not bounce against a whole block for 2 hours, you know, it's actually playable. Guys, what do we think of the username Shadowmania? Let's remember I was 13. Full username was actually Shadowmania21. It was a banger username. It hasn't held up that well, but you know, back in the day, names like that were really cool. I'm sure if you guys told me your favorite, not your favorite, I'm sure if you guys told me your first usernames in the comments, there would be some worse ones. No. Wait, could it be Bug Slide? I kinda see it. Hang on. I mean, it's not the worst idea ever, but you need to get pushed a bit further into the turn, which you don't, so. A good try is all that results in. No. Damn it, bro! If I got that last wobble on the outside and I could push with speed, I think that was it. That was so fast. That could be good speed. Not anymore. Please. Oh, it's close. Oh, I got him! Oh my god, okay, I wasn't sure. I saw only minus 0.2, so I wasn't sure if that was gonna be it, but yeah. 2 hours of grinding without checking any world records, and we managed to get there. I did not think I was gonna get there, guys, and I am very curious what Dionysus and Rossi did, so let's take a look now at the comparison. I think my start here was not good. I mean, I was continuing with plus 10. I've seen better, so expecting to be behind. They go full inside. Oh yeah, I mean my drift was bad, right? But what checkpoints are they getting here? They jump inside line. That's a 21.8 by Dionysus. I've had better. He goes outside here. That's fast too. My god, I'm far behind. I released here too. This was not so good. But then on the wood, they have to do the same thing, right? Wait. They don't do the full no slide? Sorry, this is a very pause and go comparison. They didn't have the no slide here, but they get an inside line again, so it's actually very close. Wow. Oh, and my quarter pipe jump up here was beautiful. I'm far ahead, and then I almost threw it. Look at Dionysus' speed. Also gets the wobble. Oh my god, it was the final speed slide that did it. Yeah, I kind of threw here. He's now ahead. But then I get a bit earlier landing with the speed slide over the red to snipe it away. Last thing I wanted to check out was some of the Easter eggs around the map. So this is, I think, a tribute to the Valley of the King's Temple. Yeah, okay, this has to be Valley of the Kings by Thutmose the First. This is a temple that they built after the pyramids, long after. And the Valley of the Kings is where all the later pharaohs were buried when they didn't build pyramids for each pharaoh anymore. This building, I'll be honest and say I don't recognize. It could be an attempt at making the My Doom pyramid, but maybe someone in the comments knows. It could also just be a building, to be honest. But yeah, guys, look at this aesthetic. It's beautiful, no? It looks a bit like my, it honestly looks quite a lot like my Great Pyramid Lego set that I built on stream a while ago. You know, it's pretty close. Lego also made the mistake, by the way, with the gilded capstone, so... Is it a mistake? They do look cool with gold, but if you want to be accurate, I guess it's a mistake. What else? I do think we have just Cairo here. I've seen this statue all along. I mean, this does looks like Ramesses II. The guy erected so many statues about himself that later pharaohs, even though they took down a lot of monuments, couldn't erase his history. And then, of course, the alien landing station outside the pyramids. I really enjoyed playing this map. Thank you so much, Trash, again, for building this map and telling me to play it. It's long overdue that I do because he built it in 2025. Really hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. Thank you so much for sticking it out till the end with the grind. We did get it. Let me know if you want to see more viewer maps, and hey, if you want to build some maps for me to play, I'd be happy to check them out at some point too. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. Take care. See you.